Hi. So I'm like, Jesus, where does this go? How many nights? This is night three, right? I lose count. Do I have to spend with a fucking total terrorist hooker? I mean, this is clear. And y'all, you should have heard her this morning. This tantrum she was having. She was slamming her door like a fucking crazy person. A lot like the Al Qaeda guy that was here before in her room. I just don't talk about it because I go back in the past, and while he was here, I was not able to talk about it, so it's kind of irrelevant. But she's all kinds of insane here, and no way, form, or fashion would a lessor, unless he's a untrustworthy person like Russ is a complete untrustworthy human being, would a lessor say you can behave like that in my house? Now everybody here is a junkie. Everybody here slams drugs in their veins. So she's, and like in New York, I lived there a while. So before I met the colonel at the time, general, and I started working with Europe and everybody, and some of the good people at the Pentagon, blah, 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 for the last 3 years. But I've been pretty familiar, especially on Staten Island, with dirty, 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 dirty mob NYPD cops. I started to become aware of it, like really conscious, when I was 35. So 35, 34, something like that. Yeah, they're very dangerous. And so this is why I'm not like freaked out when I have really dirty criminal cops, federal agents, whatever, targeting, focused on me. Because I've seen them before. It's not the first time. And I know what they're capable of, and blah, 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 blah. I'm not here to narrate a love song to them. So, yeah, she's the type of chick that they definitely all screw. Now, what they're doing here in D.C. is one for the history books. They're literally pimping chicks out, but they're trying to make a narco state here and make, I gotta use little words, make massive amounts of money. Everybody's gonna get rich. Everybody's gonna party. Everybody's gonna fuck ass. I guess that they like to do that. I've never had a date that I was on, ever. I've never, like, where do you gotta find guys like that? Where do you find guys like that? I guess at these, policing agencies. I don't want to say that because there's a lot of really good cops. Puppet General's a Fed. He's a FBI, CIA, all kinds of stuff. So, but like, is that where you find them? Because I do know you can find them at Fox News. A lot of the organized crime, you can find them there. They like the butt. Like that you guys are a bunch of fags, and when you go to prison, you can fill in the blanks, right? I know you're watching this video. Like, I don't want to write them a love song. So they screw chicks like her. And because I busted all these folks, they're going to, I guess on a daily basis, try to bust me. And no, they won't have any look at that. For one, I hit all the judges. The judges are fucking toast. You're not going to do anything. And for two, a couple of the ladies that she saw earlier today from the DOJ have been up for like 5 days. A lot of the attorneys at the DOJ don't sleep for like a week at a time. I don't need to say anymore. All right? So these cops are probably worse because they're the male species. They're like the deranged vets we got down there at the Navy Command. Like, they don't sleep for fuck. You know what, dude? Wow, man. You guys are really fucking up because I don't want to address them though. Because they thought, well, yeah, we can screw Jasmine up the ass, man. And she can suck us off, and we can do math and party, and we can pimp these bitches at this restaurant, man. We can get all the restaurants, man. We got the DOJ, white power. Yeah, white power. This is cool. I like it, right? KKK, man. Right, white power. All right, because don't forget that's the premise of why you're doing it, man. Make a lot of money. White power. Yeah, you and your tweak. So, okay, so look, you lost your judges. You're not going to come in here and have Jasmine plant no ammunition, plan no crack. I don't even want to address them. But I'm sitting here with Jesus and I'm like, how many nights am I going to have to sit down here and have this bitch and the other white fucking nationalist meth dealer fucking stalk me with their fucking tweaker cops? Like, dude, and my answer was immediate. No, not very long, mommy. Just hold on. No, just chill out. No, they're not good. For one, we're not in New York State. You got all the DCPD and so many good people. And DC is only a city of 707, whatever, it's small. You got all of VA, all of Maryland, Connecticut. They're tripping. They're tripping here. Yeah, no, I know that. I've been writing that. They don't sleep for 5, maybe over a week at a time. Yeah, all they do is go orgasm and yeah, they do the gay shit. Like, have the butt. Like, you know what that means, right? You're a dude. Yeah, it's okay. That's okay. She's up there. She likes that. That's your girl, man. But her friend, man, is setting her up. Her friend is a chick, and she's a prostitute or something, probably. These bitches, you cannot trust these hookers. Well, I'd imagine. And they're more loyal to Al-Qaeda, a lot of her hookers she's around, than she realizes, and they set her up and put her right with another one. Like this chick has no way of escaping. She's been marked for, like, I don't want to say something too brash on social media. Like, I don't want them to, they're always after my ass, right? So I get real apprehensive about how I say things. But let me be frank with that preposition. She's been marked for death by Iran's Ayatollah. All right? While her tweaker cops and she's busy selling her butt and her mouth and stuff and trying to work at Edis's, but now she doesn't want to work at Edis's because he's Al-Qaeda too and he wants to beat her to death. He's like Al-Qaeda organized crimes kind of in-between guy. While she's doing this drama in her life and she's calling a friend who's Al-Qaeda's going to set her up, I mean, she cannot avoid this shit, all right? That's what Al-Qaeda's going to be doing, dude. All right? So, I mean, I have to keep the perspective. This is this chick's bleak fucking future, all right? I busted them. I busted the federales here. There's going to be this huge takedown of the DOJ and federal policing agencies and on and on. Yeah, there is. And they know it. They know that. The judges know it. The judges are furious, a lot of them, because they're going to be tried for treason. Some of them were coerced. So on and so forth. They know the law back and forth way better than I do. But that's what we're looking at. That's the real deal now. This one that sells her anus, her butthole up there, and her mouth and stuff. I'm not making this for her. This video, this narration is not directed at Jasmine. But her tweaker mob, KKK cops, because I busted them and they're all going really down really fast, the DOJ is going to be raided. It's going to be totally, like, stormed in. Yeah. That's why Russia wants to blow it up now. Because the counterterrorism I'm doing is they're keeping a tab on this. Russia's like, fuck, we can't have all the evidence. That's what Russia's big about, is evidence. Iran and Russia. They can't have all this evidence all over Washington, D.C. They're tied to it. Because remember, this was back when Trump was elected, a whole group thing. I called it Team Zero at the time. Now the KKK has decided to really take this the wrong direction for their success. Well, no, I mean, you know that. And like another thing is, you can't, if you don't have an overthrow, right? You don't have Donald Trump successful at overthrowing this country with this small fraction of the military that is now white power, KKK as well. If that doesn't work out, then what do you have? And this, I don't think the tweaker KKK cops are aware of that, but plenty of folks in DC are. The folks of DC that are not part of the KKK. What you have is you have an out of control, like around 2000, it's a major bust, it's a major sting, it's what all these words, of dirty federal agents. And make international headlines, and you gotta take them down. You gotta clean out, but what's the point of having a whole bunch of dirty federal agents? right? That's why they're all focused on me, because they know that I busted them. What's the point of having a city with an infestation of really dirty federal agents and hookers? There isn't much of one. So they don't have a lot of people trying to back them. You see what I'm saying? Fight them. Those folks in the Congress and Senate and stuff, they're customers. They're pimping the girls too until they're level 5 in this Russian organized crime. Yeah, the federal agents are pimping women now and doing meth because they got too high. That's what I wrote earlier. They got too high, dude. When you don't have an overthrow, and the shit just never happens, these folks kept getting high the whole time. We're 3 years into this. They got too high. They're fucking wasted. Their brains are fucking out of their, like, whooped out. So right now they're really pissed because she could leave. This prostitute could leave, but I got one upstairs. So it's easy for me. Anyone who knows legalities, all I do is just hit this chick. I keep hitting them. So the more I hit them, hit the federal cops, the pimps, everywhere she goes, I hit all the stuff. I don't need to explain the obvious. They're going to focus on me and try to arrest me. The KKK cops, here they come with their pocket of crack. They smoke. They're smoking, right? Or they're sending their hookers like Jasmine off with it. These are pimps. These are kingpins that have federal badges right now. And it's going to be a major, major bust. And it, interestingly, falls along the same time as we had major social upheavals. So this will be great headlines. Oh no, that's where it's going, especially with how angry the judges are. So they're focused on me. Jasmine's focused on me. And so I asked Jesus, I'm like, how many nights am I going to sit here by myself, right? And have this bitch upstairs apparently gonzo, tweaked out, drug-induced, psychotically obsessed with me because I busted her. And then her cops, well, yeah, because they're going to go down hard. Federal agents on crack and meth and pimping chicks at restaurants. Yeah. So what I would say to them is get your bitch out of the house, dude. But they don't think, and that's a prime example of how fucking fucked up they are. They're really high. Start with that. And then if you want to come back, and do some more dumb shit, see if you can. But first and foremost, get your hooker out of the house. No, but they're really high and stupid, and they don't think that. They think, no, we'll leave her there. And then we'll all come here. I'll come, and I'll bring 2 of my other dirty fed friends that fucked this chick, and we'll all 4 of us now be in the same house at the same time with the other white terrorists. How stupid are they? I think the judges are wondering that too. Now, do remember, a couple of the DOJ black attorneys that she was with today were up for 5 days. They have not slept. So don't reflect and look to any conversation with a lot of District of Columbia, Washington, D.C. lawyers, because a lot of them have not slept for 3, 4, 5 fucking days. I don't want to hear any psycho fucking babble on legal stuff, legalities, any jargon from a lawyer that hasn't slept in 5 days, who is fighting for KKK and meth. And we can put some of our black hookers here. The white guys like the black hookers. Wow, man. DC, you really, for historical measures, took the cake, all right? Washington, D.C., the capital of the United States, it was our American history. You can really see this. This was ordained. This was fate. The country that established itself off slavery and blood and rape of black women and slavery and blood of black human beings. Before you completely fell apart, got yourself attacked by foreign adversaries, what were you doing? Everything I've been stating and writing and saying, you really took the cake, Washington, D.C. I'm glad your black attorneys at the DOJ haven't slept for 5 days. I'm not impressed. You don't scare me. You don't scare the general, the Mossad, the SSR, the Pentagon, anybody. But while I'm busting you, go ahead and keep focusing on me, okay? You're not going to get any of your warrants. You're not going to get any of your probable cause or your any of that, because it's asinine and it's fantasy. You guys have fucked her up the ass 5 times up there. I suggest you get her out of the house, dude, and then maybe you can start to think of another approach. All right. God bless America. Say goodbye.